Everybody has hardships in their life, right? Nobody is plain sailing. Everyone's got their own battles, their own demons, their own problems. And whether you are born with these hardships, whether you're born with one leg or born in a third world country, or your parents are alcoholics, or you encounter them later on in your life, for example, you get hit by a car, or you get severely ill and your entire immune system shuts down, there's two separate ways that you can deal with these hardships. And the only difference is a mindset, right? The first way of dealing with them is resignation, okay? So if you're born with one leg, you just resign your life to never being able to walk properly, never trying to learn, just accepting that you are a one-legged person and you will not be able to walk properly. Or if you get severely ill and your entire body shuts down, you just resign your life to being in bed, bedridden, and not trying, not pushing yourself, just dealing with what you have. Now, this is such a limiting way to live. It's not even living, it's just limiting your entire existence, okay? Everybody has hardships. You hear people who are hyper successful talk about their journey up to that point. It was never easy. It was never straightforward. You have to deal with these problems. This is why the strongest people in the world have been at the rock bottom. Now, the other way of dealing with it is acceptance and moving on. It's so easy to just dwell on these problems, these hardships, but that will never get you anywhere. You'll never grow, you'll never develop. And what is a life when you don't grow? What is a life when you cannot experience the wonders of the world? You get so caught up believing that your hardships are the end of the world. This is it. There's no turning back from this. There's no pushing through. When in reality, there's people who are much worse off than you, who have achieved much greater things. Things that you can't even fathom. And this is all in the mindset, right? You have one life, so that we know. So what? You've just been dealt one hardship, maybe two, maybe three. But why would you just resign and give up? Why? What sort of a life is that? What sort of an existence do you have if you just give up with everything? Like for me, I lived in chronic pain for 10 years. I was at rock bottom. I hated life. I hated myself. I hated everything. I hated my existence because all I knew was pain. And yet, I never resigned. I never gave up. I never just allowed myself to feel sorry for myself, to just quit pushing and trying and doing things. Yes, some hardships are much worse than others, but it's all in the mindset shift. When I was living before in such a limiting way, in such a negative viewpoint on this hardship, when in reality, the moment I started looking at it in a sense of acceptance, in a sense that I can use this hardship to fuel me, to fuel the following journey that I'm embarking on. It gives me more power than I ever thought was inside of me to achieve things I never thought was possible. Even coming down into this jungle part here, I've got to come down a pretty mighty steep hill like this, right? I would have never imagined I could do that. Even standing up was so painful to me. I couldn't stand for 10 minutes without needing to sit down, without needing to lean on something. And this was my limiting viewpoint of my life. But switching it, accepting that I have these hardships, accepting that they are not barriers, they are not blockades, they are stepping stones, they are fuel. Anything can be achieved by anyone. You can do anything you want in life. And the only thing stopping you is your mindset, is the way that you see your situation right now. Everybody has hardships. Everybody's life sucks. Until they go through it. You got to go through it to get through it, right? And so I believe that these people who have achieved the greatest things in life, they have fought the toughest battles, they have dealt with the deepest, darkest, hardest hardships that some people can't can't even imagine. They can't understand. And that's the fuel they use. That's the fuel I use. That's the fuel that you should use. It's the best fuel for growth, for development, for your mind. When you can accept the position you're in, yes, it sucks. Yes, it is not pleasant whatsoever. But what are you going to do? Just lay in bed and complain all day? Or are you going to get up, do some hard work, deal with it? The grass is greener on the side that you water. That's all it comes down to, right? None of this grass is green on the other side. It's not as simple as just jumping into a different direction and oh, it's all beautiful, it's all working out, it's amazing. No. The journey is long and hard and tough. And when you can learn to accept it, appreciate it, it's when the real growth happens. And the difference between at this lower level that you're at with this mindset of resignation and that first step, even being at that level with the new mindset of acceptance and growth, the world is beautiful and it's made for you. Your body is perfectly designed to adapt, and you are perfectly designed to adapt. So do it.